I'm Robert Nkambo. I'm the director of the movie Spying on Susana. And today, I just want to share with you a little bit of the experience we went through when making this movie, Spying on Susana. I wrote the script back in 2008. And in around August, I passed it over to my wife, Annette, a lawyer, to have a look at it. After she flavored it up, she gave it back to me. And I wrote it in with a few dialogues, but she put all the dialogue there that is required. Then I called for a script conference. This script conference was attended by 7 people, including Tim Belinda, Christine Alukwago, Agnes Acheti, Maureen Namaganda, Luzinda Solomon, Annette, a lawyer herself, my wife, then myself. We combed the whole script. We went through every page and discussed it and shared ideas about how we could improve it.
I think I'll be able to work with you professionally and be able to play.
The auditions were held at the National Theatre, and the auditions were directed by Daniel Setava. The auditions attracted over 200 people, and they came from all over Uganda. And on the first day, we at least handled 100 people, and then the following day we handled 100 people. Turn to the right 90 degrees. We had Tony Mwangala, for example, trying the lines of Mose. We had Moses Miro. We had Noah Sengendo. If you know him, actually, we also had Gerard Rutaro coming in, and we had Tindi Veronica coming in on that same day.
Who was that man with whom you were talking on phone?
That was my boss.
I thought work ends at 5. Why does he call you at 8 in the night? I thought work ends at 5. Why does he have to call at 8 o'clock?
He called to let me know that
at the end of the audition, that was the second day, I think. We were happy, but I was not very contented with one character. So we really shared ideas with the director of casting, Daniel, how best we can basically look for that character of Susana. There's a lot that was still missing, but eventually we zeroed in on Yakun Esther.
At 5. What does he have to call 8 in the night?
When I was happy with the cast, I called for a cast sitting, which took place at La Forêt. We had one Sunday, beautiful Sunday afternoon, when we all sat down with the main cast and went through the whole movie. Everybody shared ideas of what they thought this movie is about, what they thought it can bring out, how best it can tell the story of...
But there's something you learn, at least the character. You'd like to walk like that character, you like to have skills like that fellow, and there are these other support characters which, who make you laugh and laugh.
So at the end of the day, it cannot be for everyone to watch, because I believe the whole story is there, no matter how you think.
I wanted to bring them in line with what my expectations were as the film director. So immediately after the script sitting, I organized for a script workshop, because one of the things that came out from a script sitting is that the biggest percentage of the cast had never been on a set of film before. So we thought that maybe it is necessary to have a day to introduce them to what film is all about. We organized that day at the National Theatre, and everybody came, all the cast, including some of the crew members who could make it. We went through everything, but very briefly, and people asked questions, and at the end of the day, I think everybody was contented. Now, after the workshop, I organized the script reading, and which was attended by the cast. It was also held at the National Theatre. Now, when the script reading was over, we were all excited, so we just rushed into creating a schedule, and we jumped into shooting. The very first scene we shot was the church scene. We shot all we had planned to shoot, because one day was set for every location. And this movie was shot in a number of locations, so many locations. We moved to over 80 locations. The second day, we worked on the restaurant scene.
Action. Open it. I said open it. Sorry, old man. Cut.
In general, it was fun. It was really fun because the genre being a comedy, there was laughter on set. You know, somebody acts out something that drives the whole crew and cast they burst out all into laughter. And again, the team also embraced comedy. I mean, it was all fun. It's like that was a very good ingredient in keeping the mood of a comedy all through the filming. The team that I worked with was quite accommodating. They were patient. They really understood what I wanted to get out of them. Like the director of photography, Brian Urien. I mean, he's a guy who has shot great documentary movies in Uganda and even abroad. You know, he advised me in the best possible way to get the greatest angles, the greatest colors and movements of the camera. And then Godwin Otwama as well did his level best to supervise the entire production. Then the assistant director, Justin, was always there to help the production move in the right direction. The hardest scene for me to shoot was the cocktail, because there were over 200 people on location. Most of them were extras, but this was the cast. The crew was big enough because we had to manage big numbers. So we did the first shoot and it was not good. We looked at the footage and it was bad. We cancelled it. So we organized another shooting for another day. We repeated the same thing, and it was done 3 times until when we finally pulled it off. When we shot everything, at the end of the day, we had up to 28 hours of footage. Now we were now entering into another challenging time to select the most beautiful clips for the final story. So the editor, who was Godwin Otwama, really sat down and started on his job. He watched all the footage and then he made a report. Now after the final cut was made, I got the project and channeled it for coloring, and the coloring was done by my big friend Abraham Mugara, and he did it very well. Well, after the coloring was done, we pushed it for scoring. And the scoring was done by Kaz Kasozi, and Kaz did a tremendous job. He composed very beautiful songs. And when it was all over and I felt very happy, I locked the film. And that was it. The movie was ready. And it was ready in 2012, December. Well, that is it about Spying on Susana.